today I am going to be talking about something very I'm going to be talking about something very personal-ish, hopefully to motivate people to come to the same conclusion as I have in very recent times, and hopefully to kick off a journey that I want to take everyone with, that hopefully can inspire just someone to, you know, push the boat out. I guess that's the words I'm using. I'm not very good with my words. I do ramble a lot. However, the topic of today's video is fear, and how I am sick and tired of fear running my life, and how I am like just ready to move on, walk away from it, because like genuinely, as long as I can remember, fear, I don't even want to say fear, because I just want to distinguish something. There is a healthy fear in life. If you see a fire, you're not going to run to it, you know. I think that's kind of human instinct. I think that was a God-given instinct that we've had probably since birth. The kind of fear I'm talking about is the irrational, illogical, extreme fear of everything. I think that's safe to say. That's pretty much how I feel. And I think it's kind of hindering the life that I'm so blessed to have, because I don't enjoy it because of my mind. And I genuinely think, like, in my heart and soul, that I'm like a very adventurous person. I love meeting people, I love doing new things, but I can't do that without encountering a severe illogical fear after everything. And I'm talking health, work, traveling, friends, family, even just going out for a day. All of that like involves me fighting with my own mind about why I shouldn't do this, and why the extremes will happen if I do this, like going to London, getting on a plane, going to work, even driving, even putting myself out there, doing the things that I've always dreamed of. And like it I don't know, it is, I don't actually really talk about this to anyone, because it embarrasses me a lot. I like, even like just sitting on an airplane with my friends, like I kind of have to pretend that like I'm excited when like all I can think about is like how terrified I am and how much I wish I just stayed at home. And these, I know, is like such first world problems, and like I kind of feel a bit embarrassed talking about it now, because like it's weird, because it's all in my head, and it's kind of a problem that I'm creating for myself. And I've tried to get out of it. Like I have tried. I don't even know why it started. But all I know is like I've carried it with me pretty much my whole life, and like pretty much in secret, because I am so embarrassed about it. But I'm 22 now, and I'm kind of at the perfect age where, like, you know, I'm young enough to kind of have like stability behind me. I'm so blessed to live at home and all of that, and I'm so blessed. Like I can't explain how grateful I am for life, but how much I kind of feel like I take it for granted, because I just want to be in my room all day. Not that I do that, I don't do that, because I know that that won't help anything. But like that's the only time I kind of feel at peace, and even then I'm scared. Like even then I find things to be scared of. I'm also blessed enough to be independent, and like I feel like the world is at my fingertips at this age. Like you kind of just want to do everything, and like I want to grab everything with both hands. Like I think about everything that I wanted to do as a child, and like the age I am now, and I'm just like, I just want to do it because I can. And my heart feels like that. Like every part of me other than here feels like that, and I'm so over it. It's upsetting because, you know, I'm a religious person, it's hard because when I was so on fire for God, like I think that was probably the only time in my life where I didn't have like a constant sense of doom and anxiety, and like that truly is. And then big life events happen and you kind of fall off track, and then it's back worse than ever. Obviously I spoke about it on my channel, but like losing my nan, my best friend, one of the women who pretty much raised me, I lost that amount of grief you can't quite prepare yourself for. And it's not actually the initial grief, I think it's the complicated long-term grief that like kind of changes the whole way your brain is. And in my case it didn't change it, it just accelerated it. And it's like, I think I became hyper aware of like mortality, mortality, my family's mortality, really upsetting stuff. And it's like I couldn't enjoy myself because I was just like, I literally just used to sit there and be like, oh my god, but what if I lose this all tomorrow? And like, of course that's always a possibility. Of course it is, like I'm not naive enough to say that, but like for that to like take away from good moments for me, like it's just so exhausting. I know I'm not the only one that feels like this, but not everyone's going to talk about it, because I know that like there's kind of shame and like embarrassment about it. Like I'm a 20-year-old grown woman and like I'm scared to like drive. Oh, but if I drive my car for 20 minutes, what if my tyre falls off and I break down in the middle of the road and I swear before, like genuinely that's where my mind goes. This is the time in your life where like you are meant to just be living without like consequences. My heart knows so much, but my head just does not comply, and it's so frustrating. And I've kind of just got to the point where I'm just ready to force my brain into compliance. I just want to do things whether my brain likes it or not, you know, like whether my mind wants to tell me I can do it or not, because there's so many things I want to do. The point in this video is I kind of want to make a series where I'm just doing things that I want to do because I've always wanted to do them, no matter what my mind tells me, because I'm 22. Like I said, I feel like the life in the world is in my hands. I'm like, I don't know what will happen tomorrow, and I'm sick of wasting my life just worried about what will happen in my life, you know? Like, why don't I just cross that bridge when I get to it? I don't know, like it's so frustrating, and I have this conversation with myself every single day. But I will say one thing for anyone that's struggling with this: anything I did despite of my fear, and I'm talking about my irrational crazy fear, I have never regretted. Like I think about university, that was something that I really didn't want to go and do, and like I haven't told many people this, like I really was prepared to do anything but go to uni. I look back and I'm like, oh my god, thank god someone slapped me silly and said, well not physically, but like my mum was like, you're going, no if but or maybe. And I did, and that was one of the best things I ever did for myself. And I think even things within uni, like joining the cheer team, I was so scared to do. And even on my first practice, I literally was so willing to walk out because I was so scared of just introducing myself and saying, hi, my name's JC. I was so fully prepared to lose my spot on the team. And I look back and I just think, oh my god, the sisterhood, the sisters I made in cheer, like I can't imagine. I've never meeting them and the experiences I had. And it's just like, I'm just doing it anyways. And I don't know if that's going to help me in my mind. I know it will help me in my life, and I kind of like, there's so many things that I've wanted to do for like my entire life, and like fears just held me back. I mean, I'm traveling next week and I don't want to worry my whole trip. Like I want to get to the point where I can sit on the plane and be like, you know, whatever happens is in God's hands and I'm not in control. So I'm going to sit on this plane and enjoy myself until there's a reason not to. But for me, I have to create a reason. And I'm sick of it, and I just kind of want to take you on the journey. Maybe I can see myself grow. Maybe I'll forget to film this. Maybe I'll chicken out and just never do any of this again. But like there's some things in my mind that I'm thinking of specifically that like I'm so ready. I look at people who have achieved all the things they have achieved, and I don't ever admire them for the money or the fans or the success they have. It's literally, I literally admire people because they weren't scared to do it. I want to feel like that, you know, like there's things in my life that I've been too scared to even speak of because I just don't think they'd ever happen, and I'm too scared to do it. And like I just think, oh my gosh, like I'm so blessed to have the tools I have in my life and I don't use them. And I think there's so many people in the world that might not be blessed with the same things that I have. And I just feel like I'm just throwing that away and like so ungrateful. I heard someone once saying, like, I don't know if any therapist will agree with this, so sorry if this is not the correct thing to say, but I once heard someone say that the opposite of anxiety is gratitude, and when you first hear it you're like, what? But seriously, when I look at all the things I have instead of all the things that I might lose or that I don't have or that might happen, I feel so much better. And when I realise things aren't all in my hands, I feel so much better, even though I feel the need to control like every aspect of my life. When I'm actually not in control, or when I realise I'm not in control, I just feel so at peace. I don't know, this isn't really an advice video, this is more a ramble video and maybe the start of something. But I know I'm not the only one going through this. Today's the day, I'm done with that. I'm just going to do things like, today I'm driving somewhere I've never been before, because I want to do it. I want to have the confidence and like not be held back. Like, what's the point in having a driving license if I won't drive, you know? Like, I'm so blessed with things like this and I just don't do them out of fear, but I'm not rising to it anymore. Same thing. I hope that maybe this can be a wake-up call to like just not let your life pass you by. Like, that's a lyric to a song that I heard. I mean, I was watching 106 & Park on YouTube and Maxwell was being interviewed and that song had just come out, and I was watching the music video and I sobbed because he said, I can let my life pass me by or I can get down and try to work it all out this lifetime. And I'm like, oh my god, I am letting my life pass me by. Like, why would I do that? Let me just try and work it all out. What if I just try to work it out and live now? And that's what I'm gonna do. Alexa, play Lifetime by Maxwell.
Lifetime by Maxwell from JC's Spotify.